Hey guys, how are you guys? Okay, it seems like every year you guys are asking me to share with you a 6-month, 5-month, 6-month business plan. And so I am going to turn the camera around and kind of give you guys an idea of how you can visualize your business for the 6 months based on everything that you already know that 31 has shared with you. And just writing it down on paper makes so much sense when you look at your business at 6 months at a time. Okay, so I'm going to turn this camera around and kind of write out. Okay, I'm going to write out a 6-month business plan to kind of give you an idea of just strategizing things that you already know that are happening in 31. So all I did is I took a piece of paper out of my printer and I made these 6 columns: December, January, February, March, April, May, and I left a blank one here to write in the things that I know is happening. So I'm just going to take some time and fill this in with you. You may want to come back to this when you have a piece of paper and can do it alongside of me. But the first thing that I always tell people to fill in on this sheet is their incentive. And so the biggest thing that I know people join 31 for is for a paycheck. And so every single month, your number one incentive that you have for working your 31 business is the paycheck. And so I always like to start with that because I know that speaks a lot of love languages. Whether you want product, whether you want more time in your schedule, the paycheck is usually the way to get that. Okay, so paycheck, number one incentive. Now let's talk about the things that we already know that is happening. They announced that we're going to have a $1,000 productivity incentive in January. So you know that in January, gosh, if I can spell that and type at the same time, $1,000 productivity incentive. You know if you sell $1,000 in January, you're going to earn a free bag, which you know what that is. Okay, so kind of think about the incentives that you know are happening. You know in February that if you go to a CNC meeting that you're going to get a free amenity. Our next CNC meeting, you guys already know that that's going to happen in May. And so there's your next little incentive that you know based on past things, you know it'll be there. Okay, so what other incentives do you guys have going on right now? You also know that we're in a K group earning period. We just brought back that if you get in a K group, you're going to be able to get free products and some paperwork. And so they did extend this K group period all the way through the end of February. So you want to check where you're at in the first 3 months, and you're going to add these months here. I think it's actually 7 months this time. And then the next one will start in March. Okay, so these are sales stats that you should be tracking to know which group that you're working for and where you're currently at. So you know that's a big incentive that is ongoing. Another incentive we have going is our wishes incentive. So whether you are a brand new consultant and you're in your quick start period earning wishes, or if you are a recruiter that has just invited someone to join your team, we have the wishes incentive going on. And as far as we know, that is going on all the way through the end of our sales year, which you guys know our sales year actually stops in May. Okay, so we know we've got that going on for the 6 months. We also know that if you're a director or above, or if you're working towards directorship, we have the LIT, which you guys know is in Maui this year. We have that going on through the end of February for your personal sales. Okay, so your PV. And then for your PICAs, they actually, I'm going to just kind of put ... They have until the end of March to actually get qualified. Okay, so you've got your LIT. You've got that going on. So these are some of the big incentives that we know are happening right now. We do know that May is the end of the year. So if you are working for different councils, or if you're working for ribbons to wear on your lanyard at national conference, we know that we have to pay attention to May because that's end of the year. Okay, so you've got all that happening in your business. And of course, the other incentives are your things that you're accomplishing based on your personal goals and your why. Your incentive may be to pay for your car payment, or to pay for your mortgage, or ballet lessons, whatever those are. Okay, so we know that we have all of those things that should be there for you guys to earn, basically based just on working your business. So let's close that section. Okay, so the next thing that we know that we have going on is all of the different happenings. So let me just kind of fill this in. I hope this is not too wobbly for you guys to read, but let's talk about the happenings that we know that's going on. So we're going to look at December because we're still in December when I'm doing this video here. We know that we have the Holly buys. Okay, so we've got Holly buys, which are 40% off. This month, there is no qualifier. They do not have to spend the $35 to get that. We also know this month that there is a free Hostess exclusive. So in December 2018, if they host a $600 party, they're going to get a free Hostess exclusive. We know we have that going on. We also know that we had the consultant appreciation sale. So that has already happened, but maybe that's something that you just want to be aware of that we had. Consultant appreciation sale. Okay. And that was where you were able to get 60% off. So let me put that in there. So let's kind of move over to January. We know in January we're going to have double customer special again. So they'll come back to the $35 qualifier, but it's going to be double customer special. We know that's happening. We also know in February that there is going to be an LUT special. So I'm moving ahead a little bit. We know that that's an LUT special, which is our #1 seller. There is no reason why we shouldn't have a great February. People are buying LUTs all day, every day, so we know that's going to be on sale. Okay, so thinking through the next, customer specials that we have going on, let's kind of talk about our catalog. So we have our fall, winter. Tell me this is not too wobbly for you guys. The fall winter catalog we know has been extended through the end of February. There's a hard stop in February for that. And then the spring catalog, so I'm kind of jumping ahead here, but the spring summer catalog is going to start on March the 1st. So let's go that, and that's going to go for 6 months. Okay, so we've got March. We know that this is going to be a big month because this is a new catalog launch. So let's just put, and we may not know what the special is yet, but we know it's going to be a big month because it's going to be a new catalog launch. Okay, so our fall winter catalog is going to end in February. So what do we know that's going to also happen in February? We're also going to have a retirement list. Okay, so we know there's going to be some items that are going to be going away, and we're going to want to work that retirement list for February because items will be retiring at the end of that month. We also know that we are in our, we have a winter guide. So you guys know that they are now telling us 3 months at a time what is happening in our company. And so the winter guide, we know that's going to go through the end of February. We're going to have a hard stop on that. And then we'll pick up the spring guide on March the 1st. So this is going to take us through the next 3 months here. It's going to be a hard stop there. So we've got our main catalogs, and then we have these winter guides. Okay, so the guides are for 3 months, and the catalogs are for 6 months. So you can kind of see that arrow that it's going ahead. Okay. All right, so when you guys kind of look at all this happening, there is no reason why customers should not be shopping from you. There is no reason why hostesses should not be shopping for you. Now, the big one that I did not put on here, which I'm excited, is the outlet sale. So we're going to have a big outlet sale that you guys are going to want to have on your calendar. And then we're going to open it up to consultants first, and then we are going to allow our shoppers to get in on that as well. So you'll hear more about that, but just go ahead and put January the 2nd, which you guys are going to know that's going to open for the consultants. And then I believe it's through January 16th that it's going to go through for customers while supplies last. So you know you got that going on. Okay, so you can close that little section. And there may be some more things that we can actually fill in here, but I'm going to close that. So you have your why. There is a reason you should be working your business every single month. You know what's happening. Look at, this is the current month. You know what's happening here, and you're starting to fill these things in, and you'll start filling these in here. So let's move on and talk about one more category that I personally love, and that is the personal development. Okay, the personal development. And this is where you should be investing your time in your business. So let's kind of talk about the things that we know is happening right now. So in January, you guys know that we're going to have our spring premiere. You know that's going to be on January the 22nd. It's going to be online, so you're going to be able to watch that from the comfort of your home. You also know in February that we are going to have a CNC meeting. So you should be taking a guest to this meeting with you. That's your best recruiting tool for that month right there. We'll come back to recruiting. And then you guys can move all the way over here to May, and you know there's going to be another CNC meeting in May. Okay, so remember me putting that free amenity up there? You're going to want to get to these meetings. Okay, so what else do we have going on for personal development that we know that's going on? So we know in January you've got leadership councils. So if you work to get on one of those councils for different reasons, there's going to be some of our leaders there. We also know directors and above can go to Leadership Summit. Summit in February. So February we've got Leadership Summit. March, what's happening in March? We've got Senior Consultant University. Fill that in. And we also have Director University. Okay, so you know you've got that going on. So you've got an empty hole right here for personal development. So there's December and there's an empty hole. So what do you have that's going on? If there's nothing going on from the company, you should always be able to put TOT on there. We've got 31-minute calls. We've got tons of training. If you are a new consultant, there's a whole program on new consultants that you should have watched every video or make an attempt to watch every video. You also know if you're a director or above, there's tons of training out there, and you may have done it before, but it's time to go back and do a little recap. So you never ever have a month where you don't have an opportunity to do leadership development, consultant development, personal development. Okay, so TOT I could put all the way across here. You also can come over here to April, and there may not be anything going on in April, so let's just go ahead and say that's the month we're going to commit to doing some of the new fall training that may be out there. You're going to see a lot of training come up as we're doing some revamp of TOT in the next couple of months. Okay, so I've got all that filled in, but one thing we didn't talk about is recruiting, because recruiting is every single month. We have new kits that will be coming out in February. So anytime that there's a new catalog launch, the month before there is new consultant kits. So let's put new consultant kit right there. Okay, so this should be a month. Maybe I should put plural. This should be the month where you're really going to focus heavy on recruiting. Now, again, recruiting is every month. There is always a reason that women would love to have all of these things in their pocket. Okay, so I don't want to specify that you should only recruit in February, because honestly, this is a good time frame right between the holidays and before the first of the new year. People are setting New Year's resolutions to get out of debt, to start a new hobby, to get more friendships, to get more flexibility in their current job. Okay, so this is truly things that are happening right now that you guys already know about. So we're in December and we still have holly buys going on. We still have lots of items at 40% off. We still have this free Hostess exclusive. And when I'm doing this video right now, we still have several weeks left in December that you guys can capitalize on that. We just took advantage of the consultant appreciation. This is a good month for you guys to do pink glove service to make sure people got their items, that they're under the trees. The gifts are under the tree. But take some time to get on TOT. Update your website. Make sure that you've got a current picture on your website. There is so much that you can do in your back office right now. Clean up your customer list. Send out some thank yous. Send out some appreciation messages. January, we're going to start the new year off with this outlet sale. So you need to make sure your website is ready to go, that you have updated it, that you've got your About Me's filled in. Do all that in December so you're ready to go for the outlet sale. We've got double customer specials. Okay, so this is a big month for organization. So if you looked at the special, you'll know that that's the case. And February is the last month of our fall winter catalog. It has a hard end on the last day of the month, and so you're going to know that this is a big month to work that retirement list. We're giving you the #1 seller on sale to help you with the month that people are ready to see the new catalog but this is our number one seller on sale. Okay. So then March, we're going to launch a new catalog. We're going to have a brand new winter or a spring guide. You've got all this newness. And remember, if you earned your spot in the K groups, which you guys are still working on, you're going to get free products this time that's going to help you with this launch. So you want to make sure it's zooming. You want to make sure that you're in these K groups during the fall winter so you get free products in your hand to launch the spring summer. Okay, so now you're working on the K groups to get free products in your hand for the next season. Okay, so everything lines up for a reason, and if you're staying in your month working it but thinking ahead, you're going to be more successful in your business just because you're not throwing things hoping it sticks to the wall. All right, guys, well, I hope this is helpful. I love having a 6-month business plan, but remember, everything that drives your business is based around your why and what joy you receive from your business. So if you can identify why you love doing your business, all this other stuff will fall into place. All right, guys, hope this is helpful.